I'm Rockan, and this is my guide for Slime Rancher Any %. I'm making this guide so that you can copy my movements and get a general feel for the run. I'd recommend following along once or twice, and then keeping this video open so that you can reference it while you're doing runs on your own. So, Any %. The timer starts when you gain control of the main character, Beatrix, and ends when you trigger the credits. Let's begin. To get started, we need to open a new game and click confirm. We start the timer when we gain control of the character, which happens right after this opening text fades. For the first part of the run, we're going to be getting 30 food and feeding the pink Gordo in the dry reef. Start the timer and grab these 3 carrots on your right. Walk down towards the dry reef, being sure to grab these 2 pink slimes so that they're out of the way for later. As we head towards the pink Gordo, we're going to be able to grab food in 2 main areas. Follow the path I take to collect the carrots and pogo fruit that are scattered around this area, then follow me into the next area and keep collecting. When collecting food that's in the ground or on a tree, it's important to keep your vac stream centered on the food for the easiest time getting it to release. Once you have your 30 food, jump down to the little island that the Gordo is on, and feed it. There is an extra pogo fruit tree here in case you need it, but it doesn't always have fruit. Be sure to grab the slime key that the Gordo leaves behind, and then turn back around. You've now completed the first part of the run. Now we are going towards the moss blanket. For this next section, we want to collect 4 honey plorts, 4 boom slimes, 1 mint mango, and 2 cube berries. As I mentioned earlier, our goal for the run is to trigger the credits. One requirement for that is opening 5 slime key doors, which require 5 slime keys, like the one we just got from the pink Gordo. I'll have some more info on the requirements in a little bit. As we head through the dry reef, you'll reach the island I'm about to get to. There is a chance for cube berries to spawn here on these trees. If you see one, feel free to grab it, but it's not necessary at this point. Keep following the bridge and we will get to our first door. This door will lead us into the moss blanket and is open using the slime key. Once we are inside the moss blanket, follow up the steps and down the tree trunk into the first main area. Boom slimes can sometimes spawn in this next area, so grab one if you see it, but it's not necessary. Once we land, take a left turn, and follow the path, and jump up this green bush. Take a right turn, and follow along this plateau until we reach the tunnel. The next clearing is where we will find mint mangoes and honey slimes. Grab the mangoes off this tree, and feed 2 of the honey slimes to get our 4 honey plorts. If there aren't enough mangoes, there is a second tree over here where we can grab more. Head out of the clearing into the next zone, which is where we will find boom slimes and cube berries. While running through this area to the teleporter, pick up the 4 boom slimes. There are hanging trees here that will have cube berries in case you weren't able to get them earlier. Before you leave this area, make sure you have your 4 boom slimes, 4 honey plorts, 2 cube berries, and 1 mint mango. And once you do, jump into the teleporter. Once home, throw the boom slimes and honey plorts into this corner so that they will become largos. Make sure to grab the pink slime or else it will become a tar. Then, select the ranch plot, make a garden, and plant the mint mango inside. This is our setup for farming money to buy our upgrades. Next, go and grab one of the pogo fruits from behind the house. You need to do this now or else they will expire after we sleep. You can also get rid of the pink slime by throwing it into the slime sea. Next, go to your house and check the Starmail before going to sleep. Sleep twice so that it's day 3. being sure to check the Starmail every time the red pop-up appears. The second requirement for the credits is reading a certain Starmail, which means we want to keep checking the mail in order to move it along for the end of the run. Check the mail one last time, and then leave the house. Go and collect all the plorts you can and sell them. Once all the plorts are sold, make sure you have at least 2,650 new bucks. If you don't, go back to sleep for 2 more days, checking Starmail again. In the future, this would be a reset point, but it's important to finish your first few runs without resetting for little things like this. Keep in mind that if you do sleep an extra 2 days, the days I mentioned later in the run will be incorrect. Once you have all of your money, go to the ranch plot beside the mango tree and buy a garden to plant the pogo fruit in. Next, throw 3 of the 4 largos into the slime sea. We want to keep 1 largo for later, but don't want it to be able to eat any more food. To do this, we will get it stuck behind the plort market. Pick up the largo and carry it behind the market like I am now. Hold the largo in this spot and drop it using the vacuum button. There is a chance it can come unstuck, but we'll deal with that when it happens. Then, come to the 2 ranch plots beside the house, and make 2 gardens to plant our Q-berries in. Now, we can go back to bed for 2 days until day 5, checking the Starmail whenever it pops up. Once we wake up, go to the upgrade station and buy the tank booster, power core, jetpack, and dash boots. At this point, we should have at least 500 new bucks left. The next main goal for the run is unlocking the ancient gate, which will be broken down into 2 trips. For our first trip, we will be getting both the Phosphor Gordo and Honey Gordo. We need to gather 26 cube berries, and hopefully we can gather 25 mangoes. Though there is other fruit we can find if you're only a few mangoes short. If you're short on cube berries, or more than just a few mangoes, sleep another 2 days. The largo can become unstuck while you sleep, so if it is, just trap it back behind the plort market. Now that we have the fruit, we're going to head through the dry reef towards the Phosphor Gordo, and on our way, pick up a rock slime and a carrot. If you can grab a carrot here, do so, or there are more carrots in the next area. Here's where we're going to find a rock slime, and there are carrots on your right that you can pick up. Now that we have everything we need, keep running through the dry reef towards the Phosphor Gordo. To get to the Gordo, we'll want to stop in this area and jump off the left side to the platform below. Place the rock slime and the carrot so that they can give us a plort while we feed the Gordo. We want to feed it 25 cube berries, and then feed one of the slimes it produces another cube berry in order to get phosphor plorts. Also be sure to pick up the slime key that the Gordo leaves behind. Now turn around and pick up the rock plort on our way out of the little cave. In order to get up, we'll want to hop on these rocks to our left and wait until we get our energy back. Then fly around to the area we first jumped off of. Now, keep heading towards the moss blanket, but check this area for a tabby plort. If there isn't one, either feed a tabby to get one, or just pick up a tabby slime and bring it with us to feed later. The 3 plorts we have are part of the 6 required to get into the ancient gate, which we need to open because we need to get to the glass desert. When we get into the moss blanket this time, we will be heading towards the ancient gate courtyard, which we can now unlock thanks to the slime key. Once again, head up the main stairs and jump down the tree trunk, but this time take a right turn. Go into the next area and run up the wooden ramp on your right. Once you're at the top of the ramp, take a left turn and you will see the door. If you have a tabby plort, just open it and go right on through. If you have a tabby slime, open the door and place the slime down. Then turn around and grab a chicken from up here to feed to the slime. Grab your plort and head on through the door. Once you're inside the courtyard, take a left turn and follow along the wall until you reach the tabby statue and place the plort inside. Jump down and head towards the rock statue. Place the rock plort, turn around, and place the phosphor plort in its statue. Now head back into the moss blanket, as we're going to feed the honey Gordo. As I mentioned before, there are a few spots to get extra fruit before the honey Gordo. This cuberry tree that we pass can have fruit on it. This pogo fruit tree can also have fruit. Now just keep running towards the honey Gordo. These hanging mint mango trees can give you fruit, and so can the pogo tree that's on our right. To get up to the Gordo, just stand on these rocks, wait until you have full energy, and jetpack up. Then all you've got to do is feed the Gordo, and once again, be sure to grab its key. The fastest way to get home is using the emergency return function, which the game basically treats as being knocked out. To do this, open up the menu and select Emergency Return. Hold down OK, and once the circle goes around, we'll respawn back at home. For this next part of the run, we want 106 fruit. In order to help get that, we're going to grab some fruit now before going to bed. This is another good time to check to make sure that the Largo is still stuck. We don't need to grab all of the fruit, just enough to help us reach 106 tomorrow. Once you've collected the fruit, head back to the house and sleep for one more day, being sure to check the Starmail if it pops up. When you wake up, go to the upgrade station, and we're going to want to buy the tank booster. If you have the extra money, you can also buy the energy upgrade as well. You may have to wait a few seconds after you leave the house before you can be able to buy the upgrades, as they become available 48 hours after you bought the first set. Next, gather the rest of the fruit we need. If you have 10 new bucks to spare, removing the crops is a fast way to get all the fruit to drop that you would otherwise need to pull from the tree. Once you have at least 106 fruit, go back and grab the Largo. For the next section of the run, we will be opening the ancient gate, going to the glass desert, and feeding the Quantum and Dervish Gordos. We are going to be going to the Indigo Quarry, but not through the slime door. Right outside the ranch, hop up these two statues and onto this raised rock, then onto the wall behind them. The Largo can push you around a little if you hold it inside the wall, so try to look away like I did to get up the easiest. Follow along this path until it splits and then go right. Jump to the next section. With this jump, be careful not to touch the wall on your left or else it can pull you down into the water below. Wait for your energy to come back, and then fly to the platform ahead of you. Once you land, jump up these rocks, and once again, wait for your energy to come back. This time, fly through the rocks in front of you, and all the way to the Indigo Quarry. This is known as Indigo Skin. There is a pogo fruit to the left in case you need more fruit. We do need to get a rad plort, so if you can, grab a carrot from the spot in the middle, making sure your Largo isn't able to eat anything. If you can't grab a carrot, there is more food later. Once we are inside of the cave, we're going to want to jetpack from this little statue up to the cliff there. To do so, jump on the statue, making sure to be at the very top, and jetpack over. In this next area, we will be feeding a rad slime to get its plort. If you couldn't grab a carrot earlier, there are more veggies in this area. It's important to make sure that the largo doesn't eat anything, so keep an eye on it and make sure it's safe. Once you have the rad plort, grab your largo again and follow me around this path. The reason that we have the honeyboom largo is for the ancient gate. We need its plorts, and having a largo frees up the inventory space that we need for all this fruit. Once you reach this clearing, just follow along the wooden bridge to the other side and head up towards the tunnel. There is an extra pogo fruit tree here in case you are short on fruit. Keep running through the tunnel, and we'll get back to the ancient gate courtyard once we open this door. Once you're into the courtyard, throw the largo down and get the rad plort into its statue. You want to aim just above the statue, but this is a tricky shot. If you do miss, make sure that the largo doesn't eat the plort, or else it will create a tar. Next, feed the largo one of the fruit we have. Pick up the honey plort and shoot it into the honey statue, and then pick up a boom plort and place it into the boom statue. Now, just run up to the ancient gate and wait for it to open. For the next part of the run, we'll be going through the ruins to get to the quantum Gordo to feed it 50 fruit, then getting 5 quantum plorts so that we can teleport to the glass desert. Once inside the ruins, run up to the button that switches the doors and trigger it. Take the path on the right. We are passing under another pogo fruit tree that can have fruit. Head into the next area, taking note of the pogo tree on the right that may also have fruit. Keep on running through the center of the ruins and follow my route up ahead. Once you reach this spot, we're going to take a right and hug this wall on the left side, holding left and forward. Then jetpack to the end. Take a left turn, jump off this water fountain, down onto the platform here, and keep heading forward. Take a slight right and jump up here. Before we jump down to the quantum Gordo, we're going to want to trigger this door button in order to open it up. Now, jump down, and we can start to feed the quantum Gordo. Once we pop the quantum Gordo, we're going to want to feed 5 of the quantum slimes in order to get 5 plorts. Keep in mind that you do still need 50 fruit for the next Gordo. Also be sure to grab the key that the Gordo left behind. Once you have at least 5 plorts and 50 fruit, head back out. Jump up, and right now we're going to go on the outside of this platform. So when you have full energy, fly around and land on the ledge, being sure to hold forward and left so that we don't fall off. At the end, fly back onto the main path. Jump onto this middle island where there can be some more pogo fruit, and then continue towards the glass desert teleporter. Once inside, jump off the railing to the right side to get down quickly. Next, open the door with our last slime key. Once inside the teleporter room, just place the 5 quantum plorts into the 5 statues, wait a second, and then jump onto the teleporter. Now that we are in the glass desert, we need to feed the Dervish Gordo and read Hobson's final note. While running down the main stairs, jump off the right side here and then follow up this slanted rock. We're going to fly from the top of the rock to the buildings over there. Follow along the edge of this platform, and then wait here for your energy to refill. Once you have full energy, we can fly over to the Dervish Gordo. Like all other Gordos, feed it its 50 food, wait for it to pop, and then grab the key. Now, jump off the back of the platform and follow me towards the end of the glass desert. In this big open area, take a left turn and run towards the key door. This is the final door we will be opening, and there are no more Gordos to feed. Once you are through the door, run down this area, and at the end we will be taking a right turn. Here, jump down to the lower section, taking another right turn as we fall, and run straight into the tunnel. At the end of the tunnel, we will have to use our jetpack to get up to the section on the left. Just stand here and fly a little distance. Through this tunnel, it's very important not to fall into the pits of quicksand, as they are very easy to forget about, and I've done it quite a few times myself. Take a left turn and follow the path to the very end. So far, we have opened 5 doors by getting keys from Gordos. We've entered the ruins and the glass desert, we have farmed honeyboom largos to get upgrades, and we have read a lot of Starmail. The only thing left to do to unlock the final Starmail is to read Hobson's last note. Once we get to the end of the room, just interact with the Hobson note, close it out, and then use the emergency return feature that we used earlier to get back home. When we respawn, we want to enter the house and read Starmail, but it's important to wait until after the clock says 6 AM, or else we can accidentally trigger a glitch that would disqualify the run. There are a few Starmails that we need to read before the one that starts the credits, so keep hitting the sleep until next morning button and check the mail whenever you see the red icon. The mail that triggers the credits is called Another Tour. Once you see it, exit the house and stop your timer as the credits appear. London is the third last mail. Life is Different Now is the second last. And now you've got Another Tour. Leave the house. Stop your timer. Congratulations, you're now a speedrunner. Try this run a few more times, and when you think you're ready, add some of the tricks that you can see in other runs. There are many resources that you can find on the speedrun.com page and on the Discord about when to start adding these new tricks. And I plan on making my own videos for this in the near future. I hope that you had fun speedrunning, and I hope you keep it up. Watching yourself improve is a very cool experience. That's all I've got for today, so be sure to subscribe for more Slime Rancher and speedrunning content. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and I'll see you in another video. Cheers!